Talking about the heavyweights, then what's the sort of situation with Anthony Joshua? We know that April the 13th, is booked at Wembley Stadium, but no opponent. There's talks, and I think I read yesterday that you were in New York the other day, but there was no meeting with Wilder's team. Is that correct?
No, we've spoken on the phone. I tried to get a meeting with them, but it didn't work out. But we're talking, and we're not going to go into negotiation. We'll try our best to make the fight, but I've not seen too much desire from them to make it so far, but it's early days. But it will come down to Deontay Wilder. He either wants to fight for the undisputed heavyweight world championship or he doesn't. And if he does, we'll sit down and we'll negotiate and we'll try and make the fight. And if he doesn't want to fight Joshua and if he doesn't want to be undisputed champion, he'll fight someone else. Until we know that, we'll see what we do. But Josh can box all over the world. He's in a good place. But ultimately he wants to fight for that undisputed championship, and he's made that very clear last week.
Obviously, with Tyson Fury fighting Deontay Wilder a couple of weeks ago, and previously to that, you guys were talking to Wilder. With that fight being announced and the fight being made and the way it went, there seems to be a public image where it's maybe turned bad on Joshua and yourselves, Matchroom, not making that fight with Wilder. Do you feel anything like that's happened?
No, it was a good fight, but the problem is Joshua doesn't talk shit. So he don't sit on Instagram and talk waffle bollocks and come out and say, you said this and I've offered you that and you didn't take that. It's not his style. And I think sometimes that affects him because the public perception is, Joshua's not saying anything. You've got all these other guys saying this and saying that, and in the end you just believe them because what are you going to do? Take it from gospel that Deontay Wilder, everything he says out of his mouth is true. The fact is, they said that we turned down a $50 million offer. We got a personal email. I don't know how many times I've got to say this. We got a personal email from Deontay Wilder's email address offering $50 million. We went back, we said, we're interested, can we see a contract? They said no. What? If you're a fan, you have to be stupid to know that, what else can we do? Just go, yeah, all right then, and just turn up at the O2 or wherever it is and hope that the money's there and all the terms are right and all Joshua's international partners have been taken care of and we're not in breach with all these broadcasters. It was total bollocks, but it done a good job of baffling the fight fans because Wilder was on Instagram every day. AJ's not about that. He's not interested in doing that. So, probably sometimes to his detriment because he could come out and talk more, but he don't feel the need to justify himself, and he can't. He don't want to justify himself. You know what I mean? So, do we feel the pressure? Not really, but we want that fight. He wants that fight. On one end you've got Wilder saying AJ's begging for the fight. The other end he's running. You can't be doing both. So AJ said, "Are we begging for the fight?" Yeah, I suppose we are. We're not begging for Wilder. We're begging to be undisputed. That's what we want. And if he won't fight us, it's frustrating because we can't be undisputed.
Obviously, if that fight doesn't happen, the fight fans want to see a Tyson Fury AJ fight. But is it going to be difficult to make that fight realistically, looking at everything that goes on between you and Frank Warren, first of all, then obviously BT Sport, Sky Sports?
I don't know. I don't know if Fury's under contract to Warren or under contract to BT. I don't know. I don't know if he had a 3-fight deal or something like that. I don't know. Look, I like Fury. We spoke the other day. I think there's a conversation to be had about the fight, but I don't know all those things that you mentioned. I don't think anyone knows the truth about what that deal is or that setup is. So, but we're up for talking. Just because he's on another network doesn't mean the fight can't happen. So, we'll see.